Grab this. Hive good. Hive good.
But that's alright.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo guys, what is up? Max on Borderlands 3 video, and today we are testing all of the weapons that got buffed in yesterday's hotfix. We are testing the Echo, the Chandelier, the Pain is Power, and the Hive, and some of them got over 100% damage increases. So we got some pretty interesting stuff for you guys today. I hope you all enjoy the video. If you do, be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe with that, guys. Let's get right into it. All right, to start us off, we are looking at this Chandelier. The Chandelier received a measly 20% buff. This is like the thrift store recursion, the dollar store general recursion. It's never been good. Pretty memed on. We're going to give it a go. I honestly haven't even shot this thing yet. If you want to get it, you can get it from Gehenna, from the Bellic. We are using Hustler Zane, which is like the best thing I could possibly pair with this, with a toboggan. So like, hopefully we'll see some cool things. I am using Next 2 Max and an Infernal Wish. Just to like try to squeeze some extra things out. Honestly, we might swap to a Revolter though, because we're already firing a bunch of projectiles. This is also not true takedown. Okay, there we go. Revolter. Who would have thought that the Revolter is good? Who would have thunk? So what I saw there is it looks like you can do some damage with it if you eraser proc with it, but otherwise it's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Yeah, that's the Chandelier. It looks like it's going to work with the eraser. Honestly, let's give it one more go. Let's give it one more go. All right, we are giving it another go. Let's see if we can do anything. Honestly, like with a racer, like this thing could potentially be really nice. Bro, what is this damage? Yeah, so that's the Chandelier. It looks like it does really good stuff when it erasers, but when you're not erasering, it does such poo-poo for damage. All right, let's move on to our next weapon. All right, our next weapon is the Embrace the Pain, which you can get from Hot Carl. I don't have a great anoint on this thing, but I do want to talk about it because it does actually insane damage. Now, this thing got a 200% buff, and when you use it, once you get going, it insta-kills you. Just absurd damage. It's really cool. Not sure what's going on with this thing, but if you overheat it, unless you're using immunity to do it, it will just straight up murder you. We're gonna go swap over to see if we can get this thing to do some good things with an elemental immune shield. But yeah, just like absurd self-damage as soon as you ignite. All right, so I now have the Embrace the Pain with a triple adaptive Revolter, so that should give us our immunity when paired with our elemental resistance, so that we should no longer actually hurt ourselves when using this thing. Let me swap to our shield, and we should now be able to use this thing freely without hurting ourselves. If you do not understand what's going on here, I made a video. It should be in the description about how to gain elemental immunity. Obviously, if an enemy hits me and I'll change my adaptive resistance, I will just die. But yeah, 200% buff to this weapon, so it should be pretty decent. This is about the best setup I could think of on it. I mean, it looks decent, but you're going through so much effort just to get like a budget no pew pew. You know what I mean? Like so much effort, so much gear required, and it's still underperforming compared to like a no pew pew. So I don't think this weapon's really worth your time. We're gonna put a little rating on screen right now for y'all. Once chat, we agree on a rating. But yeah, that is the no pew pew, or the Embrace the Pain. All right, our next weapon is the Hive, and I am pretty much ready to declare this thing the winner of this buff or hotfix. This thing got a 133% damage increase. It comes in corrosive and radiation, and you can get it from the Splinterlands from Tarantula. This thing is absolutely amazing. We're using it on Borsplosion, which is our like toboggan hustler build, and this thing for mobbing, it's like all right for bossing. Like it's insane for like doing things, but there's just things that would kill bosses faster for you, just because this thing is more like a spread out and do damage kind of deal for these like large areas. But if you're getting bored of using the Plague Bear and want something new to try, like genuinely, the Hive is pretty nuts now. I'm using it with the Infernal Wish to get double of the actual things, so that I'm getting even more rockets, sliding with the toboggan, amping up that shot. And yeah, it just destroys takedowns. It's really, really good. I definitely recommend. I easily think the best weapon so far from the ones that I've tried. Let's see if we can get a nice little Kraken kill here. Yep, it's pretty freaking awesome. I'm so glad too, because this is one of the cooler weapons in Borderlands 3, honestly, and it's been pretty mediocre for a while. So 133% chance or buff to the Hive. Our next weapon is the Vosk Deathgrip, which you can get from Troy. This thing is unique in that, like, when you fire it, it does this little, like, crosswire thing that if you enemies touch, it'll do some damage to them. It's also got a secondary fire mode, which, like, groups enemies. It does this little laser group up, kind of like a black hole. But besides this thing got about 100% buff. It's pretty bad. Not gonna lie. We're using it with the Hustler, with the Racer, with the Crossing Wires, with AC Corrosive, the Revolter. Doing about everything I can for this weapon. I am using Rad against armor, which isn't the greatest show. But I'm gonna have to give this thing a 4 out of 10. It's just like, it requires enemies to stand still. The damage is lacking. It blows through ammo. I don't think it's worth your time, even using like Hustler or Racer. So 4 out of 10 on the Vosk's Deathgrip. All right, and our last weapon in this hotfix is the Echo. The Echo got a 100% damage increase. This is a lower damage one. You're gonna want to look for around, I think, 50k damage, and you can farm it from Big D. Big D in the Splinterlands is where you get this thing. We're using the kill stack anoint on it, and after using this thing for a little while, I'm gonna give it around a 5 or a 6 out of 10. It's like, it's big thing. The Echo's big thing, like what it actually does is it procs stickies on enemies, and then those stickies will explode 3 times. So 3 explosions per sticky, which is good, but the gun's a little awkward to use. The damage isn't that great, but it is now definitely usable. If you were dying to use the Echo and this was your favorite gun and you were hoping it'd be viable one day, it is now definitely viable. You can definitely do things with this. I still think it's a little underwhelming, and there's just much better Torg options looking at you, Prompt Critical and Unkempt Herald. But yeah, cool weapon, got a unique little thing to it, and does solid damage. So good change to this thing. Very good change to this thing. And with that, guys, we conclude our video. I hope y'all enjoyed. Got a ton of more videos on the way. And yeah, guys, I will catch y'all in the next one. Take care. Peace. Just play with a Herald, lol, gun his ass.
I was putting